Yo, JBlank here. This is the flipperzero. It's one of the coolest hacking devices of the decade. Well, today we're going over a new device called the Kode Dot, which is being promoted as the flipperzero killer. We're going to go over what it is it actually better than the flipperzero, and if you should get one. Let's get into it. Okay, before we get into the details of the Kode Dot, let me tell you my main critique right out of the gate, and it's their marketing plan. Everything that I've seen on Facebook and from different YouTubers is that it's supposed to be the flipperzero killer, and as we see, it even has a similar color scheme. And almost all of the marketing I've seen, they just bash the flipperzero instead of highlighting their own features. And I think that makes the flipperzero users a little uneasy. Like, it's one thing to compare the device, but it's another thing for it to be your entire branding. Okay, with that out of the way, let's go over what the Kode Dot actually is. And to be honest, it's packed with some really cool features. So in no particular order, we have the display, which is a full color, high resolution AMOLED touch screen. It even uses the CST and QSPI, which is what's in a lot of the Wave shared touchscreen devices too. Okay, let's go back. The Kode Dot also runs on the ESP32S3, which actually is a pretty big deal because it has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth baked right into the chip, killing the need for the flipperzero's external dev board for network tasks. And even cooler, it actually comes with a ton of memory. There is 8 megabytes of PSRAM and 32 megabytes of flash storage. Like, this is a massive leg up for running more complex apps and even on-device app models. We all know the flipperzero has 1 megabyte of flash and 256 kilobytes of RAM, which is tailored more to its specific radio functions. It seems like it also has an integrated antenna, and because it's made with an ESP32, you can program it with Arduino IDE. And then you can also use Arduino IDE to upload code directly to the device and start running your own custom applications. So let's go back again. It seems like it also has an RTC or real-time clock, and its operating system is called Kode OS. Click on firmware. Just like the flipperzero, it has a desktop application that allows you to flash and update firmware. Plus, the Kode Dot has 16 GPIO pins. Is it IO expander? No, I think it's connectors. And here we go. 20 pins, I'm sorry. And just like the flipperzero, it will allow you to connect external modules. And from what I've seen already, they already have a few modules. They have the maker, which allows you to create circuits and prototype your ideas using the integrated breadboard. And then they have the inventor, which allows you to connect motors to your Kode Dot and make robots like a car. Apparently, it's what it says here. After that, they also have the camera, which is just like the ESP32 cam and allows you to capture images and videos. And then lastly, there is the radio module, which allows you to communicate with LoRa and locate yourself with GNSS. And they said that they're working on integrating with Meshtastic. And the last thing I left out here is the audio tab. It seems like it also has a microphone. I'm sure this could be used to record, but maybe also for voice commands. And then they have a speaker as well, which could maybe be used to play songs, or maybe something like a voice assistant. So the team already created some repositories and libraries, and we can look at some of the examples here. When I was looking at it earlier, it seems like they have their own Kode Dot library, which is expected, and they're also using LVGL for the graphics and rendering. So it's pretty cool. And in my opinion, it definitely will allow beginners to start coding without having to have an extensive knowledge of C or C++. I know a lot of people hate Arduino IDE, but the cool thing about it is that there are thousands of examples online that could probably be applied to this device. So we just learned about what's inside of the Kode Dot. If you're newer to the flipperzero is packed with radio features. It's mainly focused on NFC and RFID, but it also has infrared, sub-gigahertz, and iButton. So we could say that the Kode Dot has a lot more killer features. The flipperzero does have a pretty big community, but it also has been going for about half a decade now. Okay, so who is the hacker king of 2026? Well, the truth is it's not a simple knockout. Now, the flipperzero still wins on software in the community, and those are things that give a device staying power. For the professional pen tester or security researcher who needs a reliable, proven tool for radio frequency hacking, the flipperzero is still the champion in that area. Its ecosystem is a lot more mature, which is an advantage that raw hardware can't easily beat. Now, I forgot to mention that the Kode Dot is rumored to have some radio features in it as well, like NFC and RFID, but until we have proven software, the flipperzero still wins in that area. Now, I will say though that the Kode Dot won the hardware round easily. For the developer, maker, or a tinkerer who wants raw power and an easier path to creating custom apps, the Kode Dot may be for you. Mainly because it's an ESP32, and with Arduino IDE compatibility, it makes it an incredibly accessible platform. But I will say, if the Kode Dot had been released when the flipper was first introduced, it might have won by a landslide. Again, my main critique is that Kode Dot's marketing plan is to bash the flipperzero instead of highlighting features. I do think that this device has a lot to offer, but we'll see when it actually comes out. Well, in my opinion, while the Kode Dot is busy making fun of the flipperzero, the Flipper Devices team is focused on more professional tools like the Flipper One, which is rumored to be a portable Linux computer with a local AI engine, Wi-Fi router, and network analyzer. Okay, to end the video, the Kode Dot is pretty cool and is packed with a ton of features, but I do feel that their marketing is kind of lame. They need to do a lot better with not just saying, well, we're better than the flipperzero that came out 5 years ago. Here's what we have instead. I'm Jay Blanked. Thanks for watching. Peace.